Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a channel to deal with refurbished cars plus general engineering techniques. But first, to help me grow my channel, I'd like to like, share and subscribe, and then you'll see every weekly video coming through. The first new video is how to make a skip, but first we're going to make a jig so that every skip you make after that, after the first one, would be identical. They're all stacked together. And as long with that, then I'll take you through step by step how every dimension on every part, how it goes together, how you weld it together, how you assemble it, how you do the final welding, put the tipping bars, the attachments on it, everything complete really. So then all you need to do is coat it your colours and make some money off it. So I hope you enjoy it. So let's get going. Right, so in this video I'm going to make a skip. Hope you enjoy it. I'll take you step by step as I can. And this is the initial side panel. I'm going to mark it out, cut it on the guillotine and just basically get it ready to assemble the edge in, ready for welding and assembly. So here we go. The overall drawing is pretty basic. Measured off a normal skip that we know. So I'm going to mark it out now and show you how to cut it. The overall plate is 2 meters by 1 meter. 1 meter. We have 4 cutouts to do on the corners, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. I'm going to use this as a top reference because it's easier to mark out. So here we go. The first cutout is 200 by 190. There's 200 mil along here, marked with a chalk. 190 right here. Same with the other corner. There's 200 here. And 190 coming down. Then on the base here we've got 525 by 300. It will be 525 by 300. Which is there. Again on the other side, which is 525 by 300. Use a straight edge now to join the dots for the arrows first. We're going to put lines to the edge of the plate. Nice and easy. Then I'm going to just go across the arrows. This particular skip is a 3.5 to 4 cubic yard. Then we're running step by step. We're going to weld it and fabricate it, to assemble it, and basically finish it off, and maybe even paint it as well, all by hand. So that is just the general shape of everything. We have to cut this, which we're going to do now on the guillotine. There are other corners to come in here, other shapes here, which will be part of the side panel. And once you'll slowly get to see how it all shapes together. There are holes to drill in here for the lugs to come in, and there's the band to come around here, the strengthening support, which we will cut later on in this video. Right. Let's cut it up on the guillotine. I said, we need to complete the shape of the initial side, which we're missing triangles here on both sides, because obviously the plate isn't long enough to do the full length of the skip. So we're going to do it quite easy. Use straight edge and just project it down. Choose that way. And that way. I've already got this pre-worked out, but I'm trying to make it easier for people to learn what to do. It's a simple way of doing it. So obviously you can see here now you have a triangle you're going to need. In the fabrication we always put on 100, so you get a tighter accuracy with the measuring tape. So you got 384, so that's 284, which is that way. 4. And then this way you are looking at 105 from the toe to the toe. Okay, and then from the top you really need to get your square on it and project it there, which is the square to that point, to make sure you get your right triangle, the angles in the right position. And off the top there we're looking at 100, so looking at 184. So that there is 100, and that there is 184 to complete the 284 and 105. So we're going to cut 2 of those now, or 4, because there's 2 panels to do. We'll cut those now. I won't show you that, but I'll just put them here, and then we'll continue on marking the surround for the stiffness supports. Right, here we are. These are the 4 triangles that I've just cut, and these will now fit firstly onto the end of the plate, and eventually this will be welded down here to create the full length of the plate, and finish it off in the most cost-effective way, so you don't buy oversized plate materials. But once we've done this, now we're now going to do the outline of the box section, the stiffness support, which you will see around the top end of the skip. But to do that, and to ascertain the angles that we need to do here, so they're a nice tight fit where the weld comes, we're going to set it all out. Now I've already done this quite a few times, so I'm just going to do it here now, so you can see the longhand way of doing it. Unless you've got a CAD/CAM computer system, you can make stuff quite easy this way. It's the old-fashioned way of doing it. It's effective. I learned that way, so it's up to you if you want to do it. Right, so here we go. Right, so I'm going to mark it all out. It's the box section we're using, or RHS, which is a rectangular hollow section, is an 80 by 40, 80 in depth, 40 in the width of it. So I'm going to set my back mark, or this gauge, to 80 mil. I'm going to just basically run the chalk down there. All the way. Flip it over, do it to the end. There you go. And obviously you've got the piece that we've just made by there. I'm just going to basically slide that in there, okay? Realign it. Normally this would be tacked, but I'm just showing you how to do the cutting and measuring. This is the joints now that you've got to pre-cut. I already know the overall length of the plate from there to there is 1600, so the shape is going to be mitered this way and this way to allow for the sections to come in. So the way to do it, you have an intersection point there, intersection point there. So if you put a straight line down through it, that is the shape of the top rail. I know the length of it is 1600, and I know the length of this from that point to that point should be 420, which it is. On the 100 it's 520. So that piece from there to there is 420, and that piece from there to there is 1600. And you need to know the angle, or as we say in the trade, the splay of the piece that we're going to cut. So you're going to then put a square cut straight up on that part there, or down to it, and I know that to allow for that cut, or that angle there, I mean again this could be set out on a CAD, quite easy, but again this is in, if you haven't got that facility, this is telling me it's 31 millimeters from there to there. So your piece you're cutting is, sorry, I'll do that again, 1600 long with 31 meters miter cuts on the 31 millimeter miter cuts on the ends. Again, with this piece here, we have a square back that way, and I'll pick this up and show you pretty quick. When you measure the splay there, you're looking at 31 again, 33. So that would be 31, and that would be 31. That end is okay. Now where this piece comes in here, the actual splay goes the actual other way. Where they're sort of more concave, this comes out the other way. So more of a convex situation. And when you measure across there, I've got 19 millimeters. So this piece is going to be quite different. You're going to have 420 mil, but you're going to have two different miters. One of them is 31 there, and one of them is 19 millimeters coming the other way. 19 millimeters. But the overall length from there to there is 420. So plus the 19 millimeters, it will be 439 millimeters long. That overall piece. Again, it's going to be cut and mitered to the angle. Again, you know, if you had a facility with a saw and stuff, you could quite easily work at that angle there, and you could then cut them all on a saw quite easily. Bulk, if you're going to make everything in bulk. Right, so that's how we're going to do that. There are also other parts here where you have, you're going to have holes here for the lifting lugs, and you're going to have support pieces, but when they stack, that they don't go inside each other. So these sort of support pieces here, they'll stack quite nicely, maybe 5 high, and then you know, they're quite easy to shift and pull apart and stuff. I'm going to basically pick up the camera now, show you this angle here and whatever, and then I'll move on to the 80x40 box section. I'm going to cut the one, and then I'm just going to do, hey presto, and they're all done. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so this is what I've set out. You can see this is the 80 millimeters here. You can see the 31 mil distance there, which is for the angle, which I could work out quite easily. If you know socket saw, you know what you're doing. This is the piece coming across here, which will be 420 from there to there, plus the 19 millimeters there. And also we have 1600 going this way. That's the overall shape of it. 420, 19, 31, and obviously the other one is, this would be 1600 long. And I'm going to cut those now and put it all together, so you can see slowly how you build the first side panel. Now this is our length of 80 millimeters by 40 by 3 millimeters thick rectangular hollow section. This is what I've just marked, which is the 31 millimeters as per the set out that I've just done. I'm going to cut down to there and cut across there and create the shape, the angle, and obviously from here down to there 1600 with the same on the other end. So I'm going to cut those now, and that is the first part we're going to cut, so you understand. Bear in mind I'm going to use a cutting disc, but if you have a saw, a cut-off saw which you have over there, you could batch these quite easily and set it all out, but I'm going to do this one by hand and show you how it's done. Okay, so I'll pop the glove on, and here we go. That is 31 millimeters, and now I'm going to cut that down to 1600. Same again, but I won't show these videos now. I'll just do the full assembly of all the parts that I've now cut, and then we'll start tacking it together. Okay, right, so the jig we need to make really for these skips it's going to be pretty much a square jig, which is going to be pretty much like this, which is 1240 this way and 1240 this way, and we're going to make it 1200 mil off the floor like this. We're going to make a basic cube. We're going to put stiffeners or gussets in the corners here, very simply. Okay, then we're going to put an angle going across there to allow for the side panels to sit into it. You'll see how I mean it as I go along, and it'll all become apparent later on. But first I'm going to have to cut all this material up, and then we'll assemble it together on here, and then slowly you'll see how it all happens. And so there you go, onto the saw. Hello, right, for the aid of this video, I've cut and prepared everything ready to make it a bit speedier. You can use any materials you need, you can, any sizes, as long as the physical size of the jig is right, that's all you need to do. And you'll see why shortly. I've joined these anyway, so it's okay. So we were looking for 1120, 1120, two more at 1120, that makes a top box, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're looking at the legs, which is 4 at 1200, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then these here, a bit of angle I had spare, we cut 1420, which are these angles going across here. So with that, we're going to make these frames up now. I've already pre-cut the gussets that go on the corners. So we're going to make these frames up, and then go over there later and weld it together, and that's the jig done. Here we go. pretty much the jig done. I've brought it over from there. Just to weld these together, line them up and level them. I've supported off the jib I put in a few years ago. Make it easier. I'm going to check it physically for size. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm going to start building up the side panel in on the next part and slowly take it from there. But bear in mind, you do need to adjust it when the side panels go in. You will have to put little packets in, you will have to maybe put clamps in, tolerant clamps, whatever to support the plate. It's entirely up to you. But basically, the base of it sits on here. There will be distance pieces there eventually on the next video. The sides go down there, the ends go down there. It's fully welded in this position. Tipping bars on it, then it gets flipped out. Internal weld, job done. Okay, so that's where we're going on the video. So watch this now. I'm just going to weld these up and we're pretty good. Right, okay, we've got to assemble the panel. We've got all the panels now. This is the plate that's obviously pre-cut. These are cut. These are the ends here with 31mm splage going here, the 20mm on that end. These are the extra parts to go on the end of the plate there. And I'm going to weld it all up and then we're going to put it in the jig. There's two of those to make. We have the base. Then we have to put the ends, just basically weld it up. The hard work is done with the jig. So right, let's put it together, show you how easy these are to do. Right. So then we'll pack these on there. One second, beautiful. Good boy, Ella. Same on the other side. We'll find it. Okay, next time we'll put the other side on, put the ends on, weld it up, tipping bars on, and take it out. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's video where the bin will be ready and complete. Again, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe and thumbs up if you don't mind. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There's many more to come, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.